Okay. I am cooking chickens. I have cleaned out my sink, and I'm going to rinse each one of these chickens as I do them up. Making sure they're thawed out good. If they're not, I'm running hot water on it, so that should help. This is 3 tablespoons of salt and 1 tablespoon of pepper. First, flip the wings around to get them out of the way. I find that keeps them still and out of the way. Take your spoon or your fingers. You can just use your fingers. But you can take the spoon, that little feather, put that with the trash over there, and go all the way down to the leg. So, got my spoon in from the top, all the way down to the leg. And just unflip the wing. Okay, so there you go. Now, I'm going to take a good amount of salt. I usually use 3.5 to 4 tablespoons of salt, so, and put the salt down in there. And when you get to this point, I don't know how well you can see that because of the glare, but when you get to the point where you're right at the thigh, you're going to start tilting it, and you're going to turn it over on the leg, and then you're going to rub it into the thigh with the spoon and the leg. So I just salted both the thigh and the leg. Now for the, let me see if I can't help this a little bit. There we go. Now for the breast, you want to take about the same amount of salt. Can you see that? About the same amount of salt. And you want to start at the top, turn it all the way over, and push it down to the bottom. Because there's a lot more meat at the top than there is at the bottom. And you can see it through the skin. You can see the difference from the salt and peppered side and the not salt and pepper side. So same thing on this side. Get the wing to stay back there. Go all the way down to the thigh and get the salt. Go back in at the top. Turn it over at the bottom. Spread it around. Get more salt. Turn it over at the top. Spread it around. Now we have salt and peppered chicken. So now I have these big flaps here at the bottom. Now this part is just skin, but right underneath that you'll see a pink part. See where it turns pink? You want to clip into that pink part or shove a knife into that pink part. Knife's easier. Knife into the pink part, then you have a little hole, and you do the opposite leg first through that hole, opposite leg through the hole, and then the same side leg underneath and through the hole. And now you have what they call a trussed chicken. And what this does is this thigh meat protects this part of the breast that's so it won't dry out. That's so delicate. So that's the first one. I have a sheet pan over here that's lined with parchment paper, and all 4 of them are going to go on one sheet pan because I believe in getting as much cooking with as little effort. So the maximum number of chickens I can put on this pan is 4. So I'm going to cook 4 chickens because it's not that much more work right now. And late I can use it as long as I want. This has a little extra skin at the top. No worries. Cut that off. And repeat the process. Where'd my spoon go? There's my spoon. So you can put any number of things into this mixture. Many people have asked me for this recipe because they think I do something amazing, and I don't. I don't do anything amazing. I just season it with salt and pepper. And then cook it to the proper temperature. That's key. But all 4 of these chickens are going to hang out on this tray in the refrigerator, uncovered. If you uncover it, the skin dries out and it'll get crispier in the oven. Uncovered until I'm ready to cook them tomorrow. So, these are the chickens. You put the breast side to the inside because the breast only has to cook to 150 degrees, and the thighs need to cook to 175. So we want the thighs to have the most heat and the breast to have the least amount of heat. So you put the breast in the middle and the thighs on the outside. Into the refrigerator. So I'm going to sprinkle the rest of this onto all 4 chickens. I just forgot to do that before I put them in the refrigerator. And then I'm going to keep this skin and fat in this container in the refrigerator, and this will go into the bone broth and will render into chicken fat that you see me use all the time in my skillet. So, good to go. Till tomorrow.